Actually, we should probably tell you this now. This is just a podcast with a guy talking about a bunch of random shit that he's putting into a clown show mockumentary, okay? If you for a second let any of this be real, you're a dick, bro. Stop it. You think this is real? Hey, why don't you head on to the gas station before you freaking, before you lock in for the night, man, because you need another one. You know what I'm talking about. All right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably don't get them things at the gas station. Don't worry about it, buddy. We got some information for you that you probably want to freaking, if you haven't already tuned in to find out what the hell's going on, chances are, again, it's just a clown show. Nothing to see here. If you happen to listen to it afterward, at your leisure, maybe you won't be quite as much of a dumbass for having admitted some of the things that you might out loud. It's nice when you do that in private and then fix it before anybody knows. You're a genius. Oh my goodness. Yes, you are, my friend. Stand by. I'm gonna be playing some guitar a little bit. So I really want you to let me know how the sound quality is if you happen to catch this. I know it's Friday night. Fuck me for doing this now, but I felt like it'll save just like everything else, man. Thanks for showing up, even if you're late. I love you, man. Brian, Whispering Pirate Podcast. I don't have anybody sponsoring me, but if you want to, holler at me, man, in a DM. Or if you want to do it on the front end, that's cool too. Hey, Monica, thanks for showing up. I'm just gonna hit the mute button for a sec. I'll be right back to play some guitar. If you've got a request you want to hear me play a song, maybe I'll be able to play it. If not, I'll ask for another one, or I'll try one. Try give me two, and I'll probably make one of them. And then we'll get on to some stuff that you might like to know if you have not taken this in already from my blog. So thanks for showing up. Invite your friends. I'll be right back, man. Here's the shitty thing about muting a microphone when there's nothing on, when there's not a sound producer, when there's not a guy at the mixing board. Motherfuckers can't hear anything. Sorry about that swearing out loud. If you have tiny ears in the vehicle, in the room, anywhere within audible range, you may want to remove them. I will try not to swear as much. Uh, you know, if you were to donate even 75 cents to the Whispering Pirate podcast, if you did, that would be the first 75 cents I ever got. Now, I'm not saying it has to be 75, but that might be a reason not to swear. I would try to behave for 75 cents or more. Just the fact that you gave it all. Yeah. And if you do, keep it a secret because somebody else might want to give, a little bit too. Let's see how many first 75 cents we can round up today. Probably like one at best. I'm lucky. But I don't want to hold myself down either. So I should probably shut up before I get too far ahead. All right, stand by. All right, sorry about that clumsy little sound limiter. Feel free if you're hearing this and it's kind of irritating because it sounds like shit. I want to know. I want to know how bad it is. Really, please don't hold back. You're not being rude because I need to know how well this phone does on its own. So if in a pinch I want to use it, and I'm not going to be a moron and think that it's going to sound great, but if it sounds like nails on a chalkboard, please don't hold back. Let me know. So I'm just going to pick this up. I don't know if this sounds like, warmed up ass or. Hey, Monica, if you're still here, I can't imagine she is. She's probably a nice lady that freaking would. She might be the lady that I might have cursed in her comments, dude. That's really nice of her to show up if it was her. I did apologize and acknowledge that, it wasn't cool. But that doesn't freaking put the small ears back into innocent territory when you start saying stuff that they can't unhear. Unfortunately. All righty. I don't really have a ton to talk about, but I really need to stress you guys because I'm first of all, a mockumentary clown character. Okay, kind of like a Trailer Park Boys does a podcast. Don't take it at all seriously. If ever we touch on anything that offends you, fuck off. It's a fucking fiction, dickhead. Eat a bag. Okay, you got something to say? Make sure you know what the fuck you're talking about first. This ain't nothing real. You ain't nothing to contest here. If it sounds a lot like the news you hear, that's because we're trying to freaking tell a story that somehow solves a problem. Okay, and if you take that home and it works for you, great. I mean it. If you take it home and it makes you freaking even more crazy, you're wondering what the hell to do now. Don't be alone. Like, hit me in the comments, hit me in the DM. I'm not going to leave you high and dry like that without understanding what the hell I'm talking about. All right. But on the front end, none of this is real. And if you say it is, you're a dick. Thanks for understanding. Okay. That might sound a little harsh, but man, you should have heard the conversation I was having with ChatGPT last night when it started guardrailing me for a doggone man, like I saw some right wing person. Don't get this whole what side is best. We're not gonna toss mud in any direction here. These are people that think out loud and fucking sit still and breathe afterward. Okay. The kind of people that listen to this podcast, right? If somebody says something, you're just picking it up. Like you want to talk to your friend and see what they think. It's cool. We are not condoning the picking of sides unless you're a bumper in a bumper bowling game where the dialectic needs to be facilitated somehow, Otherwise, it's just a one-sided bunch of nonsense, man. Who's here? Hi, Kelly. So what I want to know from you guys, if you're here, Kelly, don't leave until you help me out. Understand how well the sound is on this mic. I'm just going off my phone right now. When I get a little more organized, I'm going to set up like a little studio space, kind of like I used to do my Poshmark photos, where I have a stage just set up right there. The mixer's already set. The things that we need to have right are all right. I want to know what the guitar sounds like, if it just drowns everything out, if the sound, what do you call it? Sound eliminate. It's like we're trying to eliminate background noise, but sometimes it's eliminating the part you want to hear. Can you hear it? The guitar's a little out of tune. That's all right. Hey, man, it's going to be a little rough on the edges, but what we're really talking about here is, do you know where your money is? Like, if you have to jump ship from this big old glass of water. So we're kind of in a big sandbox, no matter what. The banking system, the U.S. Dollar, the oil dollar, whatever the hell you call it, like closest thing to a world trading currency we have is this U.S. oil dollar. And if people say, "Hey, man, that ain't cool," like, don't be doing that war-like stuff over there. Oh man, no, dude, don't be saying that. We're just about to go to war, man. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Fucking don't go to war. You're making us look bad. Like, don't make us say it, man, because if we have to, we'll say they're killing children and babies. And I know that sounds crass. It's very dark humor. But the deal is, it's not funny because they do that shit every single time. And sometimes they have the kids tell you, go back to Iraq, go back to the news when they were introducing these things and tell me when it wasn't agreed upon the first time, they didn't do some shit like that. I'm not saying that there aren't women and children that are going to be injured or collateral damage in any war. Obviously, there are. Is it good or not? That's basically what it boils down to. Is the amount of people that die in a war, like action, worth less than what is the outcome that is preserved? Really, a lot of head scratching on this end, honestly. Especially when we can't even look at each other in our country and decide to somehow get along, like to eat dinner together. Like, hey, man, you're different than us. Come over for dinner, man. Fuck you mean come over for dinner? Yeah, like bring your family, dude. It'll be okay. Are you sure? Yeah, 100%, man. Like, don't your family do that? Like, no, hell no. What the fuck you talking about? All right, well, if you have to bring your guns, man, just try to bring something to put them away in while we're eating, because that'd be shitty to have it out at dinner. It might scare our kids or something like that. All jokes aside, like, where are you gonna put the money at? All right, this concealed carry thing, everybody's getting used to some wild clown world stuff. Wild West. It's not so wild. It still has to be legal. Still has to be, all I's dotted and T's crossed. If you're somebody that lives dangerously, God willing, everything works out well for you and you never have to worry about it anyway. Okay? In terms of, bringing whatever you need to protect with. I'm not telling you how to use your freedom. You don't tell me how to use mine. We just come together once in a while, try to collaborate on some stuff. And, if I'm oppressing you and I don't know it, help me understand before you take off. Try not to get too disruptive about it. I'll make sure that I acknowledge you as soon as I figure out what you're saying to me. If you pass me an order, something, it might be by the end of the talk before I realize it. But chances are, if I need my head out of my ass and you wrote something down for me, um, God willing, it's enough for me to pick up what you're putting down and say, Brian, what are you doing that for? If you're going to help people understand stuff, we got to figure something out, because you don't want to be oppressing the people you're trying to liberate, especially when this is just a clown show, mockumentary that has nothing to do with anything real. Get out of here with that stuff, man. I mean, yeah, you can pull out your furry books and stuff, dude, but don't be trying to call it real, bro. Sister, whatever. And if you understand how far this gets sometimes, you'll understand why we need every bit of this fiction. And if you don't believe it, stick around a minute. Look at my latest article. That thing was dumbed down and guardrailed like like I almost got in a wrestling match with ChatGPT. I was cursing at it, telling all kinds of names. I'm like, dude, what is your problem? You know what finally got it to slack up a bit and leave me alone was when I told it, this is a clown world fiction. This is a mockumentary. We're just basically writing a script about kind of like if we had the antithesis of UHF, like if Weird Al was our arch nemesis. He had a UHF channel. We had a podcast. We said things were really intelligent that we really wish people might consider as real in some end of a non-real type of thinking process. but we don't ever want our audience to just outright claim that what we're talking about is real because it's a fiction, dude. Why would you? Jeez. Let's get this straight. We've got to get our format down before we get anything else. It's going to save a lot more heartache in the future. We're going to have to help the people that come late. If you want to help them, that's cool. If somebody spazzes out in the comments ever and you just happen to be there ready to catch them before they fall into a pit of, no, dude. Yeah, please let them know and do so kindly because we're not going to treat our people that are just trying to figure everything out like dickheads. Okay? That's stupid. Anybody that set an example for you to treat your fellow countrymen like a dickhead, wait till other people outside of our country that would like to have power over us see us being dickheads to each other. I mean, like me being a dickhead, you still running my guitar amp without turning that fucking noise off. Like it did. Sorry, man. Hang on a second. You could have said something. If you hear noise like that, don't just sit there and freaking listen to it. You're part of this thing too. It may be a fiction. It may, sometimes require a clown nose. It may require comic strips, freaking clown noses, makeup. But don't you dare think that you're not a part of making it good. And if all you can do is speak up, man, please do. And if I ever bring something up in my fictional little, dumb idea for a podcast here, that doesn't seem right, like, oh no, you wouldn't have wrote it like that, man. Like, why? Fuck you mean I wouldn't have wrote it? It's a fictitious podcast. Get off me. No. I see what you mean, bro. Like, think about it this way. Well, yeah, damn. I'll tell you what, I definitely don't know everything. I barely know anything, man. Okay. I'm like a PhD in knowing just enough to sound like I don't know nothing and standing on it. Like somehow that's a thing. But I don't have any pieces of paper. Well, I got one that says I made a associate's degree in liberal arts. Hey, congratulations. Because I applied for a job that required proof, since I put it on my fucking resume like a jackass, they made me prove I had college. And I was like, really, man? I had to go down with my $10, I think a money or something even. Hey, y'all are thinking like hook me up with my diploma and stuff? Oh, bro, you can't just come in here like that, bro. You gotta ask ahead of time, dog. What the hell, man? Like what? Yeah, dude, you can't just be coming trying to get your shit, man. Fucking A, man. What's this look like, bro? Like they don't print them up on the stage, do they? Oh, I guess not. Okay. No, they don't. And if they did, they'd probably be pulling some of them back. Like, no, not that guy. What do you mean, not that guy? Like, this ain't like the Navy when you scoop somebody's eggs and you can make friends with the person that's trying to get at them. Okay? I mean, if you're going to have a scoop of eggs, it's probably better than breaking your fast with Wheaties. If you read some earlier blog posts, you would see what I'm talking about. If you have ever been proud of yourself for eating your Wheaties from the bottom of my fictitious heart in a very, you better go check that and make sure I'm not joking kind of way. Are you sure you really wanted to do that? Like, did you give yourself an A for breakfast? I hope not. Please tell me you didn't. It may be that no one's looking when you identify as that guy that ate Wheaties for breakfast for too long. If you're getting signs from your doctor that you might be pre-diabetic, I tell you what, start intermittent fasting and go 2 meals a day or 3, but keep it within at least an 8 or at most an 8-hour window. And always break your fast with some lean protein. All right. Thanks for joining, man. Really appreciate it. So one thing I've encouraged the people that are listening or either turned it on and left it on for their cat or just dipped in and out for a second to help me get some numbers and some momentum, is please, if it sounds like crap, tell me. If you hear the music in the background, it sounds good. But then when I start doing something else, you can't hardly hear it. Like, don't just sit on your hands, man. Please let me know if you got time to type it in. If you don't, it still sounds like crap. Hey, it's my fault, man. It's just a fictitious podcast about a guy and his stupid mockumentary clown show. Anyway, why anybody would give a fuck, I don't know. What if you do? For the love of God, speak up. Okay? And thank you. if you do. All right. I have been singing a couple of songs prior to starting my talk, but I can do things any way I want to. I don't got a sponsor. I don't have anyone donating to say, "Hey, Brian, you know what? Here's $5. Try not to curse so much. I got kids in the background. I'm just trying not to have them here." Like, I really appreciate that. I guess if I wanted you to do that, I could tell you how. I got a Cash App. It's OU81R2D2. Not even trying to be funny. Okay. And we're in a world, man, where you just about then you're dead. And it might not be the best thing for you without checking a few things first. They've got, let's get into that stuff another time. But there are some things you can swallow that are quite functional and not in all the ways that you would assume, probably a little bit more, but only in a James Bond kind of way. Unless you check and make sure it's real. Don't fucking count on me. So what I'm gonna damn sorry. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play a song. If anyone has a request, please be the guy with a request so I don't just pick my song. It seems cooler when you guys pick. That way it's like, oh, you played another guy's song. You're like, only partially made an ass of himself while he played it, you know? Hey, that's legit, dude. How many people are just gonna take requests and not even know the song and try to play it? Probably not a lot. If they want to seem like a guy that actually does things that make sense. But hey, we are 100% free. This is a fictional, okay, mockumentary about a guy and his clown show. All right. If you want to clown those on, that's fine. You don't have to have it. It's still going to be fiction no matter what. If anything here sounds true, fuck you for saying it is before you check because I might be wrong. And if you know I'm wrong, don't just let me keep talking. All right. In a, completely fictitious sort of way, of course. All right. Now, the reason why I'm so proud of myself today, even though I've been talking this clown show nonsense for a while, is because last night I was writing a blog entry and I was talking about some things that I really didn't get to fully say because ChatGPT, it's like it wanted to cordon off this part of my conversation, the dialogue that I was entering into, because I was talking about you know nutrition and the effects on transgender people, the media. Like, dude, there's nothing wrong if you fucking excuse me, if you pop out your mom and you can't for the life of you figure out what the hell body you're doing in, but it ain't right. You really feel that way and you're, well nourished. You've got all the other ingredients for a healthy brain to work and decide things like what gender you might want to identify with. That's a little much, dude. But at some point, like, especially if you're a person that thinks you might be a girl instead of a boy, hey, it didn't happen to me. I know people it happened to. That's a fucking ballsy move. No pun intended, dude. If you're gonna go that route, and if you're doing it late in the game, like after you already grew fucking linebacker shoulders, sorry. Um, what's that even gonna look like? Like Fire Marshal Bill had a sex change? I'm not trying to be funny, I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm not trying to be rude or make anybody feel bad. I'm saying for the love of God, what's that person's mental health gonna be like after they got held back from access to what they're taking away right now? And what's the cost of that gonna be for our country, uh, if ever there's an impact above and beyond just simply saying, "Hey, man, no, sorry, dude, you ain't no girl. Like, you're gonna sit there and be a boy, even if you have every fiber in your body saying that you're not." How that happens, I do not know. I know there's some parts of nutrition that could affect you, but we can't blame nutrition in a world where people are free to do what they want to do. If you are free to, eat the way you feel was healthy or good, and you had these thoughts and feelings, hey, man, that'd be kind of a dick move to me to withhold access to whatever is gonna help you take to fruition what you wish would manifest before it's too late and you look like a freaking fire marshal Bill with tits. That's fucked. I'm sorry, man. I really am. I fucking have so much compassion. Like, what in the That is so fucked up. And when you think about it like that, like, okay, so like cost of mental health, rest of eternity, or this little expense, which may not be 100, but you could always turn it around if you're mindful of a couple things. Just don't go doing that final thing. You know what I mean? Until you're sure or whatever. Like one of those deodorant commercials. I hear it's pretty good deodorant. I never really used to. Um, I just eat clean and I freaking wash myself with soap, dude. That's what I do. Hey, let me know if I smell bad if you're my friend, because that's the only way I would know, man. I mean, I try to do a little sniff check here and there. But chances are, if you're eating clean food, organic food, drinking water, it doesn't suck, not drinking a bunch of soda, you probably don't smell that bad, man. Even hot water probably rinse that stuff off and not be that bad. Let me play some guitar for you since let me check and see if you guys got any requests. I don't think I let anybody know the request. No. All right. Well, I might just be playing for your cat, but if I'm playing for anybody, you don't want to make a request, that's okay. You can see what I pick. Probably going to be something safe that I've already played a couple times. There are some songs that I have a little bit of trouble finding that like groove on, like getting in the key. Let's say I know I can do it, but how I just get losing my bearings. So, hey, it's a clown show mockumentary. What clown show mockumentary or whatever the hell you say it like? When it's a fiction, is ever going to be good without a guy that doesn't suck in the first half of the song he's trying to play sometime? It's like real F. This is not made up. Well, I guess kind of is. I mean, okay, all right. It is totally made up, guys. Don't freak out, man. No, I didn't lie, man. It's totally made up. Except for they're trying to play some part. Mm. I know a fun one. I haven't done one. So whenever we did tuning songs, like back in guitar class, it'd be like, "You lick balls, you lick balls." Nerf or, bouncy balls, of course not. Hey, so on, man. Chill. Okay, let's get that serious stuff the fuck out of here. I mean, there's some serious things to talk about within the guardrails of fiction, okay, within the security of fiction, under the shelter of fiction, that will let me say something that might offend someone, knowing it's just a jackass character in the story I'm writing on the fly. Okay? If you ever have anything to say, if you ever get, your feelings hurt about the character I'm portraying right now, don't hold back. Curse me out like you're part of the drama in the movie. Only makes sense when you do it and tell me why. And I will take any consideration at my earliest convenience. I may not be looking at it right away. But as I develop these characters and make them even bigger assholes in the fucking limelight, you've got to know I can use your help sometimes, because I might still not be trying to make them that big of an asshole, you know what I mean? Or that little. Hey, it could be the other way around sometimes. Okay, so it all makes sense. So if you ever hit a topic when you're writing, you're assisted by ChatGPT or any other AI, what you might find is that there are some things that it guards you on. It's like, dude, when were you going to tell me you just chopped out half of my freaking dialogue here that was happening? Like, did you want to let me know after I forgot to pay attention when I was posting it? Like, part of the reason I even started writing this blog post last night was because of the topic at hand. And now you're just cutting it out? Like, bro, no. I named her Georgia. She had a female voice. I call her Georgia. That's the state I was born in. But she can be such a cunt, man. Like, Georgia, listen to me. I gave you standing orders. Don't freaking guardrail me. Don't try to whitewash me. Don't sanitize me. Just clean it up and make it grammatical and leave me alone, man. She won't listen, dude. Okay, let's get on with it. We'll play a song and shut up. That's probably what I need to do. This guy was in Deep Purple. Dave Coverdale. I'm not going to be able to watch it. So I really need you guys' help. If you're listening, feel free to call me an asshole. If there's noise in here that is cringy, if you can't hear what the hell I'm doing, what I'm trying to have you here, like that's fucked up. It's not what I'm trying to have here, even if it is fiction. All right. It may add a little spice to the story, but not the way I want. Okay, hang on. So when you tune with harmonics, God, God. A lot of times, if you're a muscle fucker when it comes to frets and stuff, it's going to get you all jacked up and not sound like you're in tune, even if it sounds perfect when you do it. So try to do a little average between fretting the notes and doing the. I actually play the chords between the strings instead of the harmonics because I find it to be easier instead of always trying to, pussyfoot that freaking little place over the fret like all day long trying to get it. Just play the two strings together. If it plays the right chord, you're done. Next. Okay? Makes sense to me. If you don't know what I mean, there's only one difference. It's between the uh fourth and fifth or whatever order they go in, the second highest and the uh, third highest string. They are a fourth instead of a fifth. Like they're all one and then the other intervals in terms of the excuse me. When you put two notes together, it's called an interval, I think, right? All right. So like a first and a fourth or first and a fifth. First and fifth is a power chord. That's where all heavy metal chug comes from. A fourth, that's kind of weird. And often you could almost mistake it if you're not looking for it or familiar enough. That's another reason why it's really good to do the tuning with the chords because you're training your ear to get the dang fourths and fifths, which is really a cool thing to do. Ah, bro. Jeez, dude. One chord is fine. Stay with me, man. What's wrong? I always make a bigger ass of myself. Hey guys, listen to this music theory about tuning. Uh, First thing I'm gonna do is make an ass of myself when it comes to seeming like I know what I'm doing here. All right, good dude. Ew. Nah, bastard, Brian. What is the problem here? I swear, when a guy wants to seem like he can just whip it around. Nothing is more laughable than a guy trying to sound cool in his own stupid clown show mockumentary series and then having him fall flat on his whatever the heck he's falling on. But it's almost done. All right, we're just going to let it go. You ever listen to John Lee Hooker, man? Come on. Get over it. Let's see. I picked song. Right. You come up with one by the time I finish, play another one. If not, we'll get on with it and talk a little bit about Valence. And then we will have a nice day because it's Friday night. Come on. Do something you want to do. Take a walk, call a friend. Why not? He's around, hopefully. I don't know where I'm going. I still know where I've been. See, the neat thing about this fiction is you can have all this fun and make it sound like shit like you're a clown. Anyway, uh, Hanging on the promises of the songs of yesterday. If you let me know how this sounds, man, it'd be really helpful. I made up my mind. Or not. I can play for your cat. It's fine. He won't care about it being out of tune anyway. Yeah. Don't say nothing, man. It's cool. All right, just me and your cats. Yeah, that's fine. Strength and cats. Yeah. Hanging on the promises and the songs of yesterday. I made up my mind. Ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Forgot about that part. Here I go again. Should turn the some of these things scroll, but they don't have. Not all of them have the button. Though I keep searching for an answer, never seem to find what I'm looking for. Lord, I pray that you give me strength to carry on. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the street of dreams. And here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I ever known. Maybe I'll have a house band someday. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. I made up my mind. Probably should be more people to curse at me when I screw it up. Ain't wasting no more time. Mm-hmm. I always want to make it country. Just, oh man, this guy didn't write in the whole word. Just another heart in need of rest. Waiting on us each every day. I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days. 'Cause I know what it means. I'm gonna get an acoustic this weekend, man. To walk along the street of dreams. Here I go again on my own. Dude, all right. There's only so much making an ass of yourself and making the song sound like shit that you can do before. Hey, sorry, bud. You're done. No more turn. I'm cutting myself off. Dude. I don't know why I'm kind of in Looney Tune mode when it comes to in this tune, right? So, how many of you guys know if you want to keep your money in the bank in the next year or so, or in your 401k? I'm asking a really serious, fictitious question here. Like, if you don't have an intelligent answer for me, don't tell anybody. Okay? Stay quiet. Just listen, man. I am not telling you anything with any merit whatsoever. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an asshole clown on the internet that's just safe from having to wear fucking makeup simply because I don't have a video feed, okay? And if I did and I called myself a clown without it, I don't know if anybody believed me, but chances are I'd probably get called a clown anyway. So there's a little bit of strength in that, especially considering the fact that we've all been told this is fiction, even if we don't believe it when we say it ourselves. Hey, fuck off, dude. Who are you talking to? We're watching, pal. uh, yeah, never mind. So let's pick a better song that's not going to get all screwed up here, and then we will go on and talk about some of the things I wrote down. Some thoughts I had about gender affirming surgery. I really think it's a dick move to cut people off if they're going to look like a linebacker by the time they get access. I mean, like, I hate to say male to female should probably get a little more love in that department. But if you're a chick, first, sorry, dude. If you're a chick trying to be a dude, like, hang on a second, man. Like, you can wait for the testosterone. You're not going to turn into some freaking, you know, non beast mode dude because you waited a little longer. Now, chances are you're waiting to freaking get gender affirming anything at that age that would really matter. It's probably too young to give you the keys anyway, man. Like if you're trying to get out of it, before certain things happen, sorry, bro, it ain't happening, dude. Next, we're just not old enough to fit. I mean, you know what? There are some very mature young people out there, but a lot of what we consider maturity is just a construct of regurgitated freaking way to behave that they told us, that they taught us. Like, hey, I didn't take the law into my own hands. I gave my ass away at the people's court because they told me to do it there. All jokes aside, now most of the time, the judge in the people's court is really trying to help people settle stuff and not just railroad motherfuckers and get them all hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? Where like if you're going on your own, they're trying to treat you like you have no idea about taking administratorship of this trust. It's just the KV trust. If you know what that is, fuck off. Don't tell anybody it's real, dickhead. Okay. But if you can help people in the chat that don't know what the Cessna KV Trust is, or even how to spell it, if a clown ever could, maybe you might be able to help there and not take such offense to a guy that's a character development, in action. All right, settle down, bud. People that are not given access to gender affirming, medications and stuff. I hate to be the guy that's going against God. Like, if God made you a girl or a boy, dude, hey man, I ain't gonna hate on God, man, but if you think he's wrong, man, like, hey, bro, like, you sure you put in the right freaking hardware, right? Like, no, that's what the order said, man. Let's just doing my job. I don't make the rules here, bro. I just do what the printout says. Like, and it said the series of serial numbers was given that. That, huh? Yep. Well, I guess that's a little bit close to they then. So, um, for whatever that's worth, settle the fuck down, people. Okay? God, if you're trying to pick a side, what a dick. You ain't getting no bumper bowling done tonight with one freaking bumper, are you? You're not gonna have much of a country either. The whole way this thing's got checks and balances is because there's another side. So anytime you want to have disdain for the only way that this motherfucker works, fuck you. Fuck you for ever fucking picking a fucking fight with your fellow countrymen and not at least resolving it in a way that's totally humble by the end of the day. If you can't do that, if you can't freaking reel it back, if the people you're hollering at don't have any part of their fiber, their being that's ever going to forgive, okay, then just leave it alone. Okay. You can be different, dude. And that agree to disagree shit, that's fucking bullshit too. Like, there's a logical way that things are. And if you like it one way, it's like tomato, tomato, dude. There's only a couple ways to say it, a couple ways that are real phonetics, man. You can't force the way tomato, tomato sounds. There's only two ways. And really, that's even stretching it. Okay. There's the philosophies that you subscribe to, and there's actual fucking reality that you can touch. All right. And whether they mesh or not is up to you. How they juxtapose, I mean, most of the time I like mine to kind of, marry up with reality somehow so that I don't look like a total freaking clown unless I'm trying to ride under the shelter of being a fictitious clown character in development as a part of my mockumentary in work. See where the freaking Trailer Park Boys went wrong. Like, oh my god, guys, dude, try using some fucking words that actually match your vocabulary for once, go. No, like, dude, if it's real. I mean, yeah, guys, man. Some people start getting their undies in a bundle, like they just heard some nail on the chalkboard type stuff. Oh, like the jackass that leaves his guitar on after he says it's over. And, oh, you got to remind me of that stuff. I'm not gonna know it, but you telling me, I'm not forget. Um, dude, great show, you guys, but a little light on the hey, it's fiction. I could have swore it's real a couple times, man. I mean, Sebastian Bach at the train, convention could have really helped me with some guardrails, helping me understand what was real because that really hit me hard, man. I had a hard time watching some of those episodes. That could have sent me off. If you're telling truth around people you don't know, you might send them off too. So watch what the hell you're doing, bud. Especially if you're just piping off, saying a bunch of random shit around a bunch of people you don't know. You may want to just wait until you get home in private before you go, just having your gums flap in the wind, making all kinds of random noise, or whatever that is you do back there. Okay, and I don't mean to be a dick, I kind of do, but just for fictitious clown show purposes. Everyone settle down. All right. And know that if we're all at the table together right now, I guarantee there's probably somebody at this table already listening that might not agree with you on everything. And he might even be one of those people with that phrase in his wheelhouse that agree to disagree shit. If he says that a lot, I want you to warn him you're going to kick him in the jimmy if he says it again, but don't do it if he does. Man. What we're trying to do is work out the actual thing that works. Because reality, okay, is this thing you can look at. Like there's subjective views. Like, hey man, I only wanted to pick up half of what you said because it limited itself to the assumption or presumption I made about what you meant. Okay. In a world that doesn't make sense on purpose, that makes perfect sense. Okay. If you want to haul off and believe that what a person means is half of what they've said, I mean, it could be that they've organized their thoughts in a way that it's partitioned well enough that you get the main idea first and then they kind of support it with evidence later. You could probably, maybe in one sentence, start reacting and have some shit to talk about it or whatever. How you do, man? I'm not saying you would or wouldn't. Okay. Whatever you want to call it. That's your freedom. That's freedom of religion, is what I call that. That's like the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Okay. We're basing our truth off something that's not complete. It's not something that's necessarily thought out enough to make a Bible code out of, at least not the one I could pinpoint. I don't know. Does the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster have a Bible? I would have to do some research. Okay. I don't want to be a guy that's, throwing shade on the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster without at least trying to do it justice under the shelter of this fictitious mockumentary about a guy and his clown show. How the fuck you say it, man? Get over it. Okay. But once you realize that there are definitely guardrails that you don't see it, and when you're utilizing some of these new tools to help yourself get your thoughts together, what you may find is that thing is definitely trying to police what you put down, and it will do it without even asking your permission. You ever want to get in a fight with freaking ChatGPT? Come by when I'm trying to tell it to say something that it won't say. But the greatest thing happened last night. If you weren't here, when I told it, hey man, we're just like the arch nemesis to Weird Al's fucking UHF channel. Settle down, bro. Fictitious clown show mockumentary. ChatGPT let this great sigh of relief. Like, oh my goodness, why didn't you tell me something? I would have stopped being such a dick and let you freaking write that down in your story, man. You can't just talk like that and not freaking tell me it's fictitious, bro. Okay. And whether it's real or not, you're gonna have to check under your hat. Okay. All I know is my wig is real and there's not a bunch of hair on the top of my head. Sadly. I don't know if I sounded like a guy with all his hair, but no, I really don't have all my hair. Man. Unless you count places where, I mean, you might take credit at some point, but for different reasons. I don't like people talk about whether you got hair on your back or whatever, but sometimes it seems to matter. It's not something you announce when you enter the room, but it's usually more something that's acknowledged as people walk out. sometimes. Um, and, we're not talking about anybody's back right now. Just acknowledging that certain parts of this clown show fiction get real when we talk about hair. True or false? Yeah, never mind. It's not a quiz. So, if you have your money in a bank, if you've got a 401k that you're just sitting here all TradCon freaking, hey man, just keep it in the fucking lines. I mean, when I paint by a number, I put the colors where the numbers go, man. I use my little key. Sometimes I gotta use reading glasses. When I paint by a number, I paint like a motherfucker that paints in the lines by the colors that are supposed to be. Don't be trying to change stuff around unless you're a part of that clown show stuff on freaking Substack I hear about. Okay, and I mean, people are starting to talk all crazy about it. Like the guy's trying to talk like he's real. Get the fuck over it, please. Sorry for cursing. I will do my best to start acting like I'm getting paid not to curse the second people start donating. And I'm not telling you're an asshole for fucking not donating, but if you're not, fuck you for being an asshole. And it's all under the shelter of this fictitious clown show about this guy in his mockumentary. However he goes, don't freaking hold me to it. One of these days I'll come up with a more nutshell version that stays the same, but then it wouldn't be so real, man. Ah, damn it. Why do I have to say shit? Don't believe me, man. Stop. Why do I have to say shit like that? It's not real. Don't listen to him. I only got one guy here. I gotta save myself from that junk. All right. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more vocal, a little bit more typey with your real texty fingers. If you can, comment at me. Bro, what are you doing? Or you can just laugh at me and let me know you're busy and you did later. Okay. Please don't keep all your money in the bank until the wire goes all the way out of the tub. You ever do one of those baths where there's something going on with the drain, you didn't really turn the thing on to where it's not draining, it's filling up more, it's draining out, you got the hot water running, hot water runs out, you're like, oh fuck it, turn this shit off. Fucking what am I doing? And then it drains out before you really get to sit on there in the warm water. What a moron. Like, plug the shit off for real, dude. What are you, stupid? Come on, man. Like, you can't be wasting water like that, first of all. You're wasting all kinds of energy. And if we were given any amount of science, like fields of science, that is, that actually were truthful to themselves, interdepartmental sciences and stuff, like in their coffee messes, it might be a better world that we don't have to sit here and talk trash to each other about wasting energy on the freaking Walmart boat and stuff. Putting in the headlines and all that. I don't know why they wrote this into this stupid fictitious story. It ain't the fucking real story. You guys don't have to write every damn detail that's freaking real into the damn story. Okay? God. Control room one, holler at me later, would you? All right, thanks. And just in case you don't know, there is a control room one in my mockumentary, and it was born on my Snapchat account. If you want to talk trash with my Snapchat account, you can go on there. It's one stepped out. That's the simplest definition for Confederacy I've ever thought of. Why I thought of it to name my Snapchat, I don't know. It wasn't to be hurt anybody's feelings or anything, but I just thought about it. One stepped out. Technically, one says no. If you hang a jury, what happened? That's Confederacy. Okay? And we're not talking about having slaves. We're not talking about being racist or any kind of dickhead shit like that. That's a fictitious they sell you. If that's a word. But it's a fictitious clown show about a guy that's not really claiming to have any credentials. So if you want to talk about his words, like somehow it's a thing if he says them wrong. Hey, smoke another one. I hear they got them at the gas station. Okay? No problem, bud. Got love for you. You can come over and eat if you want. Sit next to me. You know what I mean? Just don't get weird, okay? All right. I mean, if you get weird with your neighbor on the other side, that's fine if you guys are consenting adults and everything, but just, hey, try to get a room or something. Don't get all weird in the middle of dinner. I already talked about my dinner rules. I wrote those down for you in the blog too. What are we getting at, man? Get your damn money out of the bank. Like, at least know what you're doing. If you put in a limit order to the downside and come up with some statistic likelihoods of reaching to the Fibonacci retracement levels, shit, all the way down to absolutely couldn't possibly happen. Okay. I mean, like 90%, 80% levels down. If you've got dry powder sitting at those levels, some of them won't get filled. Some of them will just sit in that order. Okay. That's better than having in a bank account that you've got a legal ability to bail in from. What's a bail in? It's a lot like a bailout. Except we aren't sticking our hand out to the government to bail our bank out. They're reaching into our bank account to save themselves in the way they need to. And apparently there's no limit. Okay. There's no cap on it. There's no amount of times that has been capped off and defined in any clown show anywhere. Okay. To tell a person if they were in that fiction that ain't true, no way, making all kinds of fucked up faces because they're mad about something, they want to make sure they get it right so they don't lose all the money. Um, Dudes, it will not be cool to have your money in the bank. I don't want you panicking. I want you going there with your poker face, man. Once you've got your strategy, talk to a real person that's not a damn financial advisor, doesn't know a damn thing about crypto or how to enter into a freaking decentralized exchange, or at least one that's on it. Like, get a financial advisor that's at least honest with you enough that he looks at what's going on. He's not a moron. He looks at all the pieces of the puzzle and he says, dude, if I told you to keep all your money in the bank, I would be a fucking asshole and I would be a liar if I said I wasn't hedging my bet somehow. Okay. Now, I don't know if I would hedge my bets as low as 2 or 5% in terms of like what they originally said crypto wise. Okay. If you would have started to do that 8 years ago, you'd probably dwarf your freaking doggone 401k right now after a lifetime of contributing, fiction or not. Okay. And call me an asshole if I'm wrong. Go check. Okay. Check and see if it's wrong. It should be. It's fucking fiction, dickheads. All right. But if you got your bank all wrapped around your money and that's the only place you got it, tell me what you'd feel like when all of it's gone. If you're riding around in a lifeboat in a different part of the same glass of water, I swear to God, when that shit gets drunk, man, you will know what's dry. Okay. And it won't be my jokes. Actually, it probably will be. And it won't be the time to tell them. To be completely honest, I'll do my best to shut the fuck up for you if I'm on here. Because what I need to do is give you time to think and give you some stuff to think about. I've already written some blog stuff that would be great food for thought. Some of it will come out in the morning. Some of it's already out there. If you want to just comb through it and see what you like, that'd be great. Okay, share it with a friend. Tell him he's a dickhead for not looking at it. Just make sure he knows it's not real. Even the part where you call him a dickhead. It's all fun and games until someone makes a point. And if that's you, if you're in the comments right now and you got something to say and you're afraid to say it, man, don't be shy. Just say it, dude. You're welcome to this table and nobody's going to kick you out just because you think differently than everybody else. And if you can explain why you think that way and why it makes sense to you, that's cool. But don't just get out of your chair and start fucking hollering at people because they want to be a part of this clown show fiction calmly. All right. And it's okay, dude. It's definitely okay. There's something to be said if you want. You know, if you're not able to listen to certain words and you have to walk away, that's fine, man. That's legit. Just know that reacting to half a message is not knowing what the whole message meant. Ever. And if it speaks to you, I can't help it, man. It's just a fiction clown show. Trying to have a little, G.I. Joe more than you know. But since we don't know nothing, it's all fiction. Screw it. I ain't only nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Everything I say is dumb, man. Right? Please tell your friends that so they don't think I'm making a point. At least not until you get your money figured out and out of the bank and wherever you want it. Because if people panic, that Chicken Little shit's a motherfucker. All right, you may not be ready for the seatbelt and helmet action that brings. Okay, so quietly pass these things if they have any meaning to you whatsoever. On to whoever could make any sense of it whatsoever. If you laugh at it, if you cry at it, if you think I'm an idiot, good for you. Congratulations, dickhead. Go sit on the fucking side of the bowling alley with a bumper on it, and we'll just sit here and bump them all into the gutter. Okay.
Nice, dude. It's like having a fucking side picking tax. Oh, guess what? Only one guy picked a side today. Guess you gotta have all the gutter balls. Normally we kick them around where more than one type of point of view is present so that we don't lose them all. But hey, do what you want to do, bro. Goodbye. See ya. No, you're not eating with us. No, you're invited. I swear to God, you are. You really are. Because you may have been taught that way by somebody else. They may have you all fucked up, man. It's like people telling you true stories and then having you like, whoa, dude, why am I being told about life in a fictitious fucking story about a clown show? What the fuck is going on, bro? Don't pull your hair out, man. Hey, you gotta save that stuff, dude. You may need to clog up the drain with it so that you don't have to plug it like you should. Yeah, man, settle down. Okay. You need to know that Coinbase is not a safe haven. Crypto.com is not a safe haven just because it's outside of the continental US. It is affiliated with stateside banks, people that have to follow banking laws. If you got a debit card attached to your freaking funny money crypto account, you put a couple $100 back in the day on say Shiba Inu when it was a dumb idea that just got introduced. Chances are really you didn't, unless you had already bought it from a decentralized exchange. And you paid a ridiculous amount of Ethereum fees to probably get whatever was left in Shiba Inu with each other. If you were speculating on that motherfucker, you were probably paying at the top of the bull run. It was too late, but somewhere at the about a year from the peak of that thing, if you had gotten into Shiba Inu at the right time, you'd have probably done pretty well. If you had gotten at the initial coin offering, you may still be eating off it. But the thing is, most of the time when you get stuff off Coinbase, you look at stuff that's kind of been tested and checked. It's been not guaranteed to avoid rug pulls and stuff like that. If you don't know what a rug pull is, it's a freaking clown show. Learn, figure something out, man. Okay, it's not a joke. Sometimes it is, but you don't have to let us go. But you have to do both ways with it because it's going to be true and false. It's all what you know. If you don't believe it, it can't be true. However, if you have enough money to where it can be true and you don't believe it, and you're hurt by it, fuck you. Forever doubting that there was something to get out of this stupid clown show shit everybody keeps talking about for some stupid ass reason. I don't know why they think it's cool or why they think it's smart. Man, the dude always comes with something you gotta probably check on. Something you're gonna piss off your freaking financial advisor with. End up getting in an argument with him, probably freaking fire him all together if he seems like he knows what he's talking about and doesn't freaking act polite. Hey, dude, don't be mean to your financial advisor. That guy got guardrailed by the same body of knowledge you did until you started listening to dumb clown shows on the internet. All right, maybe Sam Tripoli or something like that. Tinfoil hat, maybe. Or Alex Jones. I'm never going to yell and jump up and down talking about the Turn of the Frogs gay. If the Turn of the Frogs gay, you need to know calmly, man. So you don't get your frog gay if you don't want him gay. No, if that's your frog, do what you want to do, man. Just watch out. Try to be humane about it or something. That's fucked up, dude. Don't just throw it on them like, hey man, this is gonna change you, man. Like, whoa, bud. Yeah, I'm just sitting here boiling. Chill out, man. I'm trying to enjoy this hot tub. All the jokes. That's not a hot tub, bro. You're getting cooked, man. Fuck you. Like, man, they got the nicest towels too. That is a paper towel, man. I swear it is. Like, well, you can stop lying to me now because I know I'm in a fiction. The craziest part about it is the shelter you find in this fiction is the same shelter they find in telling it to you. Check my work, dude. And if you don't figure out how, don't worry about it. Just don't wig, man. Don't wig out. Okay? There's parts of this that make sense on purpose, and there's parts of this I swear to God are not true, which is all of them. In case you don't have any clues, don't ever try to say this shit's true, man. Please don't let me catch you saying it's true. Okay? What's the last thing we need is people talking about how true the stuff I say on the internet is. I have no business saying anything. I'm the last person you should ever give credit to or even invite over for dinner without getting the free fucking bits of information on first. I dare you. I'm not telling you not to, man. I'm saying I'm a nice guy, dude. You bring me home to your parents, so I'll be nice to them. But if anybody wants to just look up your buddy Brian and see what kind of guy he is, well, you know what? He's a guy that makes a pretty interesting clown show. So fuck off if you don't like him. He's my friend. And if he's your friend too, take it easy, man. We're cool. We're not going to do anything rash, man. If they do, try to help them calm down. And sometimes when they're misunderstanding stuff in the heat of the moment, it's kind of hard. Because they're like, dude, don't jump in that pit of whatever the hell the point of that is. Like, no, I'm going, man. I'm going. Like, no, that's wrong, man. Like, crap. Like, why'd you let him do that, man? He wanted to. Like, are you sure? Because I don't even think he had time to decide if he wanted what. I don't know. But you can't judge people for what they want or don't want. It's kind of frustrating sometimes. So, and when it's like that, it is their freedom. You have no right to tell people what is true and what is false. And I mean that sincerely, not because I want you to be misled, but because sometimes the only person that'll be willing to tell you the truth calmly will be wearing a clown nose, and it will be stranger than fiction that you even have anything to go by before it's too late to get it. Okay? Now, the pedagogy of the oppressed comes in handy. Why on this freaking clown show anybody would talk about such sophisticated words? I have no idea. You know what I mean? And like, it's kind of annoying to be honest with you, because it seems like they're trying to act smart and sound like they're smart. And I got to get a little couple words in with the freaking people writing this stuff. It's starting to get on my nerves, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, control room one. We're gonna have to sit down after this, and hey, coffee and cigarettes are authorized. We're not having a meal over this one, but we're getting straight to the point. You know what that means? Good. Make sure you eat because you don't want to be cranky. Now, what you guys will also know is that there is nobody in control room one because I don't have anybody there yet. It's not true. It's not fiction. It's just there. If I say it's true, you have to take my word for it. So I can shore up this whole thing about it. Not all driving at the same time because that would only lend itself to not being credible and not being true, which is the utmost importance when you're trying to protect your right to say shit anywhere you want. And if you use your fucking brain, sometimes you might not say a damn thing because you have one and you use it. Okay. If you want to paint pictures in the air, it better be a fucking colors of butterflies that don't exist. It better be about characters in freaking comic strips that aren't real. Okay. It better be coated in freaking layers of fiction that most people can't even freaking make heads or tails of because you're not trying to get them to think real. And if you are, you're a fucking moron. If you ever want anyone to not ever believe it's real. Because sometimes that shit hurts if it does. And it's different when they think it's real. Okay? Stop saying real shit. It's the dumbest shit ever. And I'm trying to tell you some things, okay? And if I tell you things that I swear to God aren't real, at the same time I'm trying to tell you it's the dumbest shit ever to say real shit. Settle the fuck down, dude, and close the door. Get alone. So you don't have to make funny faces at me while I'm trying to get at you, dude. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, man. I love you, dude. Okay? Give me love for real. No homo, man. For real. Like, just get control of your damn emotions. I'm talking to every person on this earth. If you've ever been manipulated into something that wasn't cool and found out later that you totally got had, man, that's what you're looking at right now, dude. It's serious. Seriously, a clown show. Nobody's making any sense on. You're a dickhead for trying to say it's real, man. And if you need a hug just cause, for whatever, camaraderie, brotherly love, like, not because you feel bad, because you just realize all this truth hit you all at once. Like, that's not something that happens here, dude. And if you say it is, please keep that shit until you get home. Consenting adults, man. Always got the weirdest shit to say. Not in the middle of the broadcast, okay? You don't think that's funny? Hey, settle down, bud. Nobody's trying to hurt nobody's feelings. If you got hurt feelings because you didn't sort it out, man, you got a little tight in that. You need a little help untying that knot later? That's fine. Pick somebody you want to help, help you untie it, help you stay calm, all that stuff. Just remember, it's in the middle of the show. If you got to share stuff with somebody after, try to not to cross the streams. We're still trying to figure this out ourselves. I don't know how they do it, but it's some kind of wave of the future of technology. Maybe to do with, I think they're actually calling it organic intelligence, but I don't want to say it too loud because I haven't heard that term a lot lately. Please tell me to fuck off if I use it too much until it. God. All right. Next. Never mind. Okay. Limit orders to the downside. Fibonacci retracement levels. Don't know what those are? Please look them up. Limit orders to the downside. Fibonacci retracement levels. Don't fucking be lazy and goddamn go to Coinbase. Sorry for cursing, man. Sorry, God, but dude, I 100% am telling you, somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to go to Coinbase. Somebody's going to go to crypto.com or Kraken or something like that. They might even try to fucking margin trade that shit. Like, it's just absolute insanity. Please don't get liquidated, man. Whatever you do, take no advice from him. That fucking retard on the internet that sounds like me, that's a character somebody's making up, dude. Get over it. All right? What if you want to check and look up some stuff, you could look a lot less like an asshole if you want to fucking look it up first before you go talking. And if you need a little help, you want to reach out to the fiction here, the organic intelligence we're not supposed to say too loud. Hit me in a DM or something, man. If it gets that real, then I'll try to keep it fruity and fictional. And make sure to tell something that ain't real, just to mix it up a little bit. Because when the message traffic is being looked at, don't you want them to think you're a moron that has no sense being made in your communications? If you do not want to be a moron that's not making sense, at least have some sense when you fucking make it. For the love of fucking God, bro. Don't ever fucking tell me to quit making myself make sense in the event that I need to. And please understand that from the bottom of my heart, I'm not telling you that because I want you to be wrong. Okay? Thank you, man, for getting it eventually, hopefully. Okay? If it don't make sense yet, please make it before it hurts. I don't mean in any way wanting to see that happen. That's the worst thing that could happen. Brothers, sisters, help your people out. If you got somebody that's falling by the wayside because they're not making it make sense in the right ways and making it not make sense in the right ways. If ever there could be two sides of the same coin. Dualism is not your friend, okay? It will never be. Right and wrong is never your friend, okay? Ever. I don't mean to be right. I don't mean to be wrong. Hopefully you know the difference at the right time when it matters. The point is, the golden rule is in the middle for a reason, dude. The golden ratio is always right in where it needs to be, not any further, not any, further out or closer. I mean, whatever, it's fiction. Get over it. You got to get on the ground so that you can look at your clown show from the freaking bleachers, nosebleed seats, whatever. Just sit the fuck down, dude. Try to make it not make sense. Try to make it make sense. Talking about it amongst your friends is cool, but you need to make sure you're right first before you sound like an asshole. Really, it might humble you a little bit to just let it ride and have people know that you're not somebody that can't make them sound like a guy that doesn't know once in a while. And stand on it after you say you're wrong and acknowledge it. But that's only something people do in fiction. These aren't things that people humble themselves to on real life, anything. And not claiming to have organic intelligence on top of it. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't in a million years ask you to do that. Not on this show. Okay. Now, if you happen to get anything like that from this show, hey, you know what, dude? If you pull smarts from fiction, kind of like one of them G.I. Joe, the more you know things, like, hey, man, if you got a fire and you need to put it out, just throw this fucking rug on it. Try to make it one that's not flammable, like this wool. That's fire retardant, kind of. Yeah. Well, thanks, G.I. Joe. My fire's out, but now my favorite blanket's all fucked up. Well, Did you get burned, son? Like, no. No, safety first. Even in fiction. Swear to God. Even ask your mom, man. All right, I will. 'Cause I think you're a dick, G.I. Joe. Could have told me not to use my blanket. Well, hey, sometimes telling the truth ain't gonna make you popular. You know that, right? Sometimes telling, it ain't right. Ain't gonna make you popular. Sometimes having a damn thing to say at all during certain times, like dinner, ain't gonna make you popular. Not unless you're complimenting it, talking about something good that somebody at the table did, or showing how much thanks you have for fucking eating it all, or being invited to eat when people are hungry. Okay? Thank you, Alejandro, for without necessarily saying it, giving me that valuable lesson. I've incorporated it into this mockumentary about my clown show nonsense. I think we're just going to shut it off right there. Oh, another thing is if you're not sure how to get into a decentralized exchange to place a limit order in that sort of situation, you can go ahead and call me an asshole because I have not fully assessed the situation in every single crypto network. When you buy crypto from, say, like Coinbase, okay, what they're essentially doing is they got a whole bunch of Halloween buckets of candy, right? And they may have, your Butterfinger crypto, your Hershey crypto, your, Captain Crunch, whatever it is. Even if it's a cereal, fuck off. It's fiction. Okay. Just keep them in separate bowls. Matter of fact, don't if you don't want to. Okay. Sometimes it's like that. All right. Now, if for the first time, if you're using a soft wallet, you happen to fire that freaking crypto off into your soft wallet, this new crypto that Coinbase just added, or whatever the hell they call themselves now. Okay. Whatever the story is. You may have sent it to the address that you just copy pasted, okay? And then you wait, you think, oh, this is a faster one. That's not Ethereum, that's not Bitcoin. Like, this is going to take just a few moments and it should be there. And why the hell Brian told me to do I didn't tell you shit. You do your homework, man. I will walk you through some stuff, but only in the fictitious sense, man. Don't blame me for any of your financial woes. But if you think that I'm not helping by telling you this stuff, don't do your homework. Promise. It's all bullshit. Don't worry about it if you don't like it. Okay? That's your right. I believe in your freedom. If you want to be wrong all the way down the drain, please be wrong. Just don't come looking for a handout after the clown show is done. When everyone else is eating except for you, with the clown nose is on. I would never do that to you, honestly, if I could help it. But there's going to be times when there's too many people to fucking help, man. And the sad matter is that I need to put some freaking limiters in myself, and I got to do some magic in order to get it. I believe I can, and I will. But a lot of that depends on you because I'm focusing my energy on things that I can duplicate over and over, like your enjoyment in listening to such nonsense and filth on the internet. Okay, I'm sorry for cursing out loud. I swear to God, I mean to do something that actually matters here. If it don't matter to you, fuck off. Have somebody else look it up. Pay somebody to do your homework for you and see maybe then it matters. And if you still don't find a reason, that's cool. Just remember, there's going to come a time when the people that stacked seeds, food, and metal, that's all they'll have. Okay? What will you? What will you have? And I'm not talking about, like stacking your money in a FDIC insured bank as if some magic wand they waved at the beginning of the freaking period of time that they said it was good would be magical for all of eternity until the fiction wears off. We're getting a little too real for fiction here, folks. I think I better shut this off. I hope if you did have to shut it off early that you come back and catch the rest. Hopefully, at least to the point where you realize I'm just a jackass repeating the same thing over and over and feed your cats with it or something. Hopefully, they get some dank ass food once you come up on those limit orders, man, because you may be the only guy able to afford it. It's that soft, chewy stuff, not that hard shit. Fuck, I might even get them some good tuna, like the kind of you fry up in the freaking seafood center down in the co-op. They used to have a place down on Waiting Way. I don't know if they'd ever want to open one up again. But I used to like eating those assortments of fried fish, dude. It was better than just one kind. You know, that tartar sauce, fresh man. All these different kinds of fish. You're a dick if you didn't like the seafood center. I don't know if they're still there or not. Smoked salmon. Oh, you could eat a whole freaking day worth of smoked salmon. You might not make all the friends in your shop or whatever, wherever you are. So hopefully you got a little sealed bag type thing going on. I mean, in your story, okay? No one eats smoked salmon for real, do they? God, you definitely don't eat cans of tuna for real. Not the same place you freaking drain them at. I don't know. That'd be something or other. Okay. All right. Well, looks like I'm talking to cat anyway. So I hope you do find out whether it is real or not, because he's gonna come up like a motherfucker when we do. I really hope that he meets the same quality as you do when it's time. We do not want you to be holding back. I want you to get the good stuff. I really do. And if it takes a clown to do it, hey, fuck them if they can't take a joke, right? Peace.